Last week on AMSOIL Championship Snocross, Snocross legend Tucker Hibbert dominated the track at Blackjack Mountain and took home a victory. Can number 68 repeat with another win here tonight at Blackjack Mountain? Or will Ross Martin, Tim Tremblay, or Robbie Malinoski stand in his way? We'll find out.
Welcome, race fans. I'm Chris Hockey here with Mike Schroeder for round 4 of AMSOIL Championship Snocross. We're back for day 2 here at Blackjack Mountain in Bessemer, Michigan.
Last night we saw the reemergence of Snocross legend Tucker Hibbert. During the first 2 rounds at Duluth, Hibbert just really struggled and didn't even make the podium. But that all changed last night, so the big question is, can Robbie Malinoski, Tim Tremblay, or Ross Martin hold back T-Train tonight? We'll have to see.
The pros are making their way to the line for tonight's first qualifier. The rules are pretty simple. The pros are going to have 2 shots in their qualifying heats to advance to tonight's Pro Open Final. Who's it going to be? We're about to find out.
Last night's winner, Tucker Hibbert, is pulling up to the line, and he's going to be doing battle with returning champion Tim Tremblay.
And we're green! Looks like Peter Narsa grabbed the whole shot, followed by Garth Kaufman in second and Colby Crapo in third.
Tucker Hibbert now bar to bar with Colby Crapo for third.
Whoa, looks like Hibbert just shot past both Crapo and Kaufman, now is in second place.
Tim Tremblay is back in fifth, and watch as all of the drivers are about to make their way down the trickiest part of the track, that is the Dirty Dozen.
Narsa's still looking really good in first, but Hibbert is charging really hard in second, trying to reel him in.
Tucker Hibbert has to be one of the most patient drivers on the racetrack. He'll take his time, study his opponents, and when the timing is right, then he'll make his move.
Looks like Tremblay's moved into fourth and is now stalking third place rider Emil Oman. Here they go down the Dirty Dozen. Tremblay just launching down this hill. He's now bar to bar with Oman. Does he get by him? Yes, he does. Tim Tremblay just moved into third.
You know, Hawk, while we were watching Tremblay, we missed Tucker Hibbert passing Peter Narsa for the lead. But I think Narsa has got some bigger problems because here comes Tim Tremblay.
Tim Tremblay has a great feel for the Dirty Dozen. Let's see if he can pass Narsa the same way he got by Oman. We spoke with Tim Tremblay a little bit earlier today about his goals for this evening of racing.
Of course, when you go out there, you want to win, and everybody wants to win. For me, second place is the first loser. Like, it's really easy to do mistakes in that downhill, so you got to be really careful and make sure your timing's really good. The goal for today in Bessemer, second day, I just want to go out there, have good qualifier, and have a good start. Just work my way up and hopefully win the race.
Just look at Tucker Hibbert. He is as solid tonight on the racetrack as he was last night. Hibbert continues to dominate the race with Tim Tremblay trailing behind in second and then Peter Narsa in third.
1 lap remaining. Hibbert just running away with this race.
Checkered flag is out. Tucker Hibbert will be your race winner.
Tucker really made this qualifying race look easy, and the number 68 rider is going to be advancing into the last race of the evening, the Pro Open Final.
Next on AMSOIL Championship Snocross, Ross Martin, Robbie Malinoski, and Levi LAVALLEE roll up to the line for their first race of the evening. Do these three have what it takes to stop the momentum of Tucker Hibbert? Stay tuned.
AMSOIL Championship Snocross on CBS Sports Network is being brought to you by AMSOIL, the first in synthetics. By Traxxas, the fastest name in radio control. And by the U.S. Air Force, we do the impossible every day.
Welcome back to the AMSOIL Championship Snocross Series, Day 2 at Blackjack Mountain here in Bessemer, Michigan. Well, the pros are lining up and ready to go for another qualifying race.
Rolling up to the line is your current points leader, number 4, Robbie Malinoski. Then you have Polaris rider Ross Martin, and then finally fan favorite Levi LAVALLEE.
And we're racing. Malinoski grabs the whole shot and the early lead, followed by Lidman and Martin in third.
Martin and Lidman side by side on the first downhill. Lidman looks and takes the inside and stops Ross Martin from moving ahead.
Looks like Levi LAVALLEE's getting into the action there with Martin. We might have a three-way battle for second. Here's another great shot of the Dirty Dozen. This downhill is epic. It's like a minefield. You make the tiniest mistake and boom, your evening and the race itself is over.
Malinoski crosses the tabletop, and let's see which of the 3 drivers has moved into second. Ross Martin is now your second place driver, followed by Lidman in third.
You know, it's no secret, Malinoski had a very rough day yesterday. We had a chance to talk to him earlier today about last night's race.
I'm sitting in first still with the red plate and plan on holding on to it, and if I don't, I'm going to work my butt off to get it back. You know, I wasn't happy with the way everything went Friday night. My efforts need to come up, and I need to be better, and that's it.
Back up front, Malinoski continues leading the pack with Ross Martin trailing back in second and Johan Lidman in third.
Wait, look at this. Lidman is surging ahead and challenging Martin for second. Does he get him? No! Looks like Martin's keeping second for a while.
Martin continues in second with a decent lead on third place rider Lidman. You know, I don't think Ross has really found his flow here at Bessmer yet, but the more time the Polaris rider has on the track, the more comfortable he will be going into the Pro Open Finals.
One lap remains. If Malinoski keeps it together, he'll be sure to move into the Pro Open Final at the end of the night.
With these onboard cameras, you can really see the abuse these drivers are taking when they head down the Dirty Dozen.
The checkered flag is out and Robbie Malinoski takes the win.
For Robbie Malinoski, a win here advances the veteran into the big show, the Pro Open Final. And that race will be coming up shortly.
Next on AMSOIL Championship Snocross, Ross Martin and Tim Tremblay roll up to the line for a shot to get into the Pro Open Final. Can returning champ Tremblay push past Martin for a win? Or does Martin have other plans? We'll find out.
Welcome back to day 2 at the AMSOIL Championship Snocross Series here at Blackjack Mountain in Bessemer, Michigan. We've got one more qualifying race before the Pro Open Final, and it looks like Ross Martin is returning to the line against some pretty stiff competition in the form of Tim Tremblay.
You're spot on there, Hawk. Last night we seen Martin and Tremblay battle it out in a qualifying race, and Tremblay got the best of Martin, but it's a different day and a different race. So let's see if Martin has what it takes to come out on top.
And we're at green. Ross Martin screams out front, grabs the whole shot and the early lead. Tim Tremblay and Garth Kaufman are right behind him.
Tremblay's looking strong on the first downhill and has jumped into second place.
The pack heads down the Dirty Dozen and Martin is looking really strong.
You know, Ross is really an interesting driver. He's probably one of the most emotional racers out there on the racetrack, and you can tell by his riding style. When Ross is feeling confident, then you'll see some smooth driving coming from Ross Martin. But when he's angry, Katie bar the door, because that Polaris rider will throw that sled every which way on the racetrack.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you're not winning, it definitely feels the fire and pushes you. The guy in second, most of the time, is going to go for it, and he doesn't really have much to lose. He's either in second or you're going to go for the lead. Definitely easier to chase the red plate than it is to have it. It's definitely easier when you don't have it because you don't have nothing to lose, so you're going for it.
Back up front, Martin continues to lead the race with Tim Tremblay in second.
Martin is putting a beating on the rest of the pack here.
Hawk, what you're seeing here, lap by lap, turn by turn, is Ross Martin regaining his confidence, and it's coming back big. I'm sure Judnick Motorsports team owner Scott Judnick is all smiles right now.
The checkered flag is out and Ross Martin takes a huge win over rival Tim Tremblay and the rest of the pack. With a win like this, you can rest assured that Ross Martin is moving into the Pro Open Final, and that race is coming up next.
Next on AMSOIL Championship Snocross, the Pro Open Final. 15 racers prepare to battle against the intimidating track of Blackjack Mountain. Stay tuned.
AMSOIL Championship Snocross on CBS Sports Network is being brought to you by Bass Pro Shops. Your adventure starts here. By LG. Life's good. And by Icy Hot. America's #1 topical pain reliever.
Welcome back to day 2 of the AMSOIL Championship Snocross here at Blackjack Mountain in Bessemer, Michigan. Get ready, folks, because the Pro Open Final is about to begin.
15 of the fastest snowcross riders on the planet are lining up and getting ready to battle. Tonight we've seen some really fast lap times from Tim Tremblay, Ross Martin, Robbie Malinoski, and of course Tucker Hibbert. So the big question on everybody's mind is which one is going to conquer Blackjack Mountain and walk away with a victory?
The drivers are lining up, and we are seconds from liftoff.
And we're green! Darren Meese screaming towards the hole shot right along with Ross Martin, and whoa! Out of nowhere, Tucker Hibbert jumps out front. He's your new race leader.
That can't be good for the other drivers. Remember, Hawk, in the past, we've talked about what happens when Tucker Hibbert gets out front. Usually we see this in lap 5 or 6, but right out of the gate, this is going to be really big trouble for the rest of the drivers.
Meese is really struggling to keep up with Hibbert, but look who's coming up in third. It's Ross Martin.
Wow, just look at the lead that Hibbert has, and we've only gone one lap.
Martin is inching up on Meese, and then you've got Robbie Malinoski and Tim Tremblay nipping away at Martin's heels.
You know, the last time we've seen all 3 AMSOIL drivers in a line, it was on the podium in Duluth.
This is just an incredible performance. Tucker Hibbert has an enormous lead. This race is his to lose. Back in mid-pack, you've got another battle gearing up between teammates. Robbie Malinoski in 4th and Tim Tremblay in 5th.
Looky here, Ross Martin has chased down Darren Meese and just moved into 2nd place.
You know, I'm wondering if Meese knows yet that the rest of Shearing Speed Sports is creeping up behind him.
I'm sure he's going to realize that in a few minutes if he's not really careful.
Tremblay moves to the inside of Malinoski and moves into 4th. Tremblay is starting to stalk his own teammate, Darren Meese, for 3rd.
Look at this. Meese and Tremblay are going bar to bar up the 2nd hill. Did Tremblay get him?
Yes, I believe he did. Tim Tremblay now in 3rd, Darren Meese in 4th, and their other teammate, Robbie Malinoski, trails back in 5th. Once again, Tucker Hibbert wins day 2 here at Blackjack Resort. For Mike Schroeder.
1 lap to go, and Tucker Hibbert is continuing his dominance here in Bessmer, with Ross Martin in second, Tim Tremblay in third. Checkered flag is out, and Tucker Hibbert takes the win. Followed by Ross Martin in second and Tim Tremblay in third. It was Robbie Malinoski that swept both the races in Duluth, and he now has company.
Tonight was awesome. Definitely excited about the main event win, and fortunately I got the whole shot, and that made the race a lot easier for me. That was a highlight for me tonight. I've been struggling with starts, and especially after the first 2 rounds in Duluth, I just knew I had to get back and to where I could come to the races and feel strong and feel ready to win and come up swinging again, I guess, ready to win.
Once again, Tucker Hibbert wins day 2 here at Blackjack Resort. For Mike Schroeder and our entire crew, I'm Chris Hockey. For scores, highlights, features, and more, go to cbssports.com. This has been a presentation of the CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports.
Next week on AMSOIL Championship Snocross, the Warriors of Winter invade Minneapolis, Minnesota for rounds 5 and 6. Can Tucker Hibbert continue dominating the rest of the pack? Or will a new rider rise to the occasion? We'll find out next week on AMSOIL Championship Snocross.